Alright, let's dive into something that's been buzzing lately, the massive gym comeback in Boston. And no, I'm not just talking about people finally dusting off their yoga mats. What's happening here is way more fascinating than that. So, here's the deal: after the pandemic basically turned living rooms into makeshift gyms, Boston's fitness scene is exploding. But what's really interesting is why, and it's not just about getting back into shape. First off, the pandemic obviously shook things up. People were stuck at home, and suddenly, the idea of a gym felt like a distant memory. But now, it's like everyone's realized they miss the energy of a public space. Personally, I think this is about more than just working out. It's about reclaiming a sense of normalcy, of being around other people. And let's be real, home treadmills are great, but they don't exactly spark joy like a packed spin class does. What makes this even more intriguing is the role of employers. With companies pushing return-to-office plans, gyms near workplaces are booming. I mean, if you're already commuting, why not squeeze in a workout? But here's where it gets deeper: this trend isn't just about convenience. It's about how our lifestyles are shifting. Work and wellness are blending in ways they never have before. And honestly, I think this is just the beginning of a bigger cultural shift where health becomes as much a part of our daily routine as checking emails. Now, let's talk about the younger crowd. Gen Z and millennials are flocking to gyms, but not just any gyms. We're talking high-end, Instagram-worthy spots. Jeffrey Janey, the founder of Jet Boston Brooklyn, said it best: "It's almost like the new club is working out." And he's right. These aren't just gyms, they're social hubs. People are dropping hundreds of dollars a month not just for a treadmill, but for an experience. It's a lifestyle choice, and it's tied to everything from weekend plans to social media clout. But here's the kicker: not everyone's buying into the luxury gym craze. Take Selhadin Yassin, a 25-year-old accountant who's perfectly happy at Planet Fitness for $15 a month. He's got unlimited access to equipment, and for him, that's all he needs. Meanwhile, Jeff Bissinger, a 33-year-old in finance, is dropping around $500 a month at Equinox for amenities like a steam room and a personal trainer. He even admits it's stupid and very expensive, but he values the convenience and the investment in his health. This contrast is what makes this trend so compelling. On one hand, you've got the no-frills, budget-friendly options, and on the other, you've got the luxury gyms that are basically wellness resorts. What this really suggests is that the fitness industry is fragmenting. It's not a one-size-fits-all market anymore. People are choosing based on their priorities, whether that's affordability, convenience, or a full-blown lifestyle experience. And let's not forget the numbers. Memberships at places like HealthWorks, Gymit, and Republic Fitness have grown 20% since 2019. That's huge. But here's the thing: building new gyms isn't easy. You need the right location, a ton of space, and a massive budget. Mark Harrington Jr., the president of HealthWorks Group, pointed out how challenging it is to find pedestrian-dense areas that can support a large gym. This raises a deeper question: with Boston's real estate market as tight as it is, how sustainable is this growth? Another detail I find fascinating is the saturation of the market. Giampaolo Nicosia, the managing partner of SoWa Health and Wellness, mentioned that Boston is pretty saturated right now. His gym has gone from 400 to over 2,000 members in less than a year, but they're capping memberships to avoid overcrowding. This isn't just about competition, it's about quality. People don't want to wait in line for equipment, and gyms are realizing they need to balance growth with customer experience. Now, let's zoom out for a second. Planet Fitness, the budget-friendly giant, recorded $1.3 billion in revenue in 2025, up 12% from the previous year. They've got over 21 million members worldwide. That's insane. But what many people don't realize is that their success isn't just about low prices. It's about accessibility. They've made fitness feel approachable, which is a huge deal in a world where gyms can feel intimidating. On the flip side, you've got niche studios and boutique gyms carving out their space. Places like SoWa are offering a middle ground, not as cheap as Planet Fitness, but not as pricey as Equinox. They're focusing on community, niche classes, and special events. Personally, I think this is where the industry is headed. It's not about being the biggest or the cheapest, it's about offering something unique that resonates with people. Finally, let's talk about Gen Z. They're spending more on gyms than ever before, and their growth in gym spending is over double that of alcohol. Household spending on alcohol is at 40-year lows, which is wild when you think about it. What this really suggests is that younger generations are prioritizing health and wellness in a way previous generations didn't. And gyms are taking notice. They're becoming one-stop shops, offering everything from workouts to social events to wellness services. So, what's the takeaway here? If you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just about gyms bouncing back. It's about how our relationship with fitness is evolving. It's tied to our work lives, our social lives, and even our identities. Whether you're dropping $15 or $500 a month, the gym is no longer just a place to lift weights, it's a statement about who you are and what you value. And honestly, I think this is just the beginning. As the industry continues to fragment and innovate, we're going to see even more creative ways gyms cater to our needs. So, here's my question for you. What does your ideal gym look like? Are you team budget-friendly, team luxury, or somewhere in between? Let me know in the comments, I'm curious to hear your thoughts.